Alright, well this is going to be a video on my TurboGrafx 16 with CD attachment. Um, well, I actually brought this TurboGrafx 16 out of storage last year, and well, let me tell you a quick backstory on how I obtained this TurboGrafx 16 with the CD unit. All this went in one package, plus I think it was like 35 games. In 2001, a cousin I was hanging around with all the time uh, was given by his cousin this console, and he wasn't much of a gamer, so he probably turned it on and realized this is old school crap. So because again he wasn't a gamer, so he thought of me, knowing that I'm a gamer back in 2001. PlayStation 2 was still new. I had one. He knew I had a few other systems, so he said, "Hey, I'll sell this to you for $80." And I jumped at it. I didn't even know what a TurboGrafx was. I'm not gonna lie, I heard of it. I just didn't know, what it was about. Um, so I picked it up for $80 from him and took it home. Played with it. Everything worked fine. It also included a TurboGrafx Express, which I have. Might be a little too dark, but she's sitting. There's a Game Gear, but right behind that is a TurboGrafx Express. It does work. The sound has gone because of the capacitors in it. The sound is very faint. You can still hear it. The screen still kicks on, so it still works. It's just only a matter of time, probably, before the capacitors start going even more. So I'm trying to take it easy with that. But so like I said, back in 2001, I picked this up for $80. Played with it for a little bit. Tried out all the games that I got, the numerous games, which I'll show you in a little bit. And put it away in storage. And it sat in storage for quite some time, until last year. I took all my video game consoles out of storage. I mean, all of them. You know, and this console, the TurboGrafx 16 with CD player, the TurboGrafx 16 worked out of storage with no problem. The CD player did not. And as you all know, if you've seen any videos on the TurboGrafx 16 CD player on YouTube, you know that the middle gear inside the console for spinning the discs and laser swells up and becomes brittle, so you don't get any action besides the CD console turning on. Yes, that is a leg lamp from Christmas Story. But once I realized last year that was most likely the problem, after I took a peek under the hood, I said, I'm not touching that. I'm not mechanically inclined enough to get in there and remove that. And so I let it sit. Only, playing with the TurboGrafx 16 when I wanted to. So up until about a month ago, I finally decided to take the plunge. I pulled up some videos on YouTube and watched people do it and realized that I could give this a shot. I could potentially do this and fix this console. So I jumped in there and replaced the middle gear. I waited about 10 days for a middle gear to come from China. And there's a tiny little washer in there that was a real pain in the butt. But I was able to get it out and back on. And after some praying, I came back in the room, plugged it right into here, and sure enough, she turned right on. So I was absolutely ecstatic, because I do have about 9 CD games for this thing. This also, the TurboGrafx CD system card, I did not have. I had that when I bought the console back in 2001, but over the years, since it's a loose cart, it got lost. And I was devastated when I found out it was lost and I had a working CD console. So I waited about 5 days for that to come in the mail, and sure enough, works. Let's give it a boot. Oh, I do have to turn one little thing on here. Bear with me, guys. I apologize. There we go. Alright, so once you boot the console on, you have two buttons here. Well, two sliding buttons. You got the one on the bottom and then the one on the top. You turn both of them on. Now the CD doesn't come on yet. Right now the console is reading the disc, the Turbo CD system card, and this is the screen you get. So when you come over to your controller, as the screen says, press the run button. Now keep an eye on the CD in the upper left. Once I press this red button, or the run button. 1, 2, and 3. Boom. Turns right on, starts spinning. I guess PC means PC Engine. I don't know. Of course, you get a console that boots up. This is... what was this? I think this is... oh goodness, what was this game? Hang on a second, guys. This is... oh yeah, Final Zone 2. I was actually looking away from the screen and it actually popped up on the screen at the same time. So you can hear, I don't know how good the audio is, but you can hear the CD audio quality sound coming from the CD unit. And that's one of the better things you get with the CD unit. You get cutscenes like this. Some of the roughest. Yes, I am playing this on a flat screen. I do have a CRTV in storage, but this one here is a 9-incher, and I'd rather not show you guys on a 9-inch TV. So I apologize to all you purists out there. But this is a notorious game for just having terrible cutscenes.
So, only 6 of us survived. Oh! Oh!
Really? Oh.
Here come the Rebel Army soldiers. There's no damage on the weapons. Let me show them some fancy action now.
That's funny. But let me give you a quick look. Well, actually, they're gonna throw me into some gameplay here. I do have Twitch running on 2 tablets over there, so if you do hear that in the background, I apologize. But here's the gameplay. Alright, so just give you an idea. I'm just going to move over here and try and show you guys some of the games I have for this TurboGrafx 16. Now, the CD games are all over here. To the right, you got Fighting Street, Street Fighter 1, otherwise known as. You have Ys 1, 2, Ys 3, Wanderers from Ys. The Addams Family, which is, that's okay. Valis 2, which is pretty cool. Final Zone 2, which is on the console, and it's okay. Magical Dinosaur Tour, pretty boring. Sherlock Holmes, in my opinion, for me, boring. It Came from the Desert was meh. But not a bad collection of CD titles. Of course, now you go to the... and these are all games that I picked up back in 2001. You got Newtopia there, Keith Courage, Legendary Axe. Legendary Axe 2 is inside that as well, so I have both of those. Moto Rotor, Dungeon Explorer, Vigilante, which is the sequel to Karate. I forget what that game is for the Nintendo. Karate Champ, I think. Dragon Spirit, Military Madness, Blazing Lasers, which is a fun one. Space Harrier. World Class Baseball, which also is World Class... there's a basketball game in there as well. Pac-Land, King of Casino, TV Sports Hockey, Bravo Man, Double Dungeons, Turrigan, TV Sports Football, Dragon's Curse, Champions Forever Boxing, Battle Royale, Ninja Spirit, Kadash, Bonk's Adventure, and Splatterhouse. Pretty sure there's a couple other games in here that I just, I don't have a case for, so they're kind of doubled up in these guys here. So, but pretty proud of my TurboGrafx collection. Just kind of fell into it, and I've loved the console ever since. Bringing it back out of storage and finding a new appreciation for it. But that is. Oh, I also have the TurboGrafx stick, arcade stick here, Turbo Pad. I'm sorry, what's it called? I forget what this one's called, but nonetheless, that's the stick. I have about 5 controllers. I have a Turbo Tap, which allows you to plug up to 5 consoles. I'm sorry, control pads. So that's my TurboGrafx 16 CD unit. 30, almost. I think I got about 40 games in total, with the ones that I couldn't show you, and the TurboGrafx Express. So pretty excited about that, and I do appreciate you guys tuning in and taking a look. Thanks.